Hey guys, so we are going to do a Q&A video today.
It's raining and thundering, so you may possibly hear that in the background, which is why we didn't take the time to dress up. Rainy day equals lazy day.
Yep,
I was wearing a sweater, but it was hot with the lights, so I took it off. The first question comes from John Boyton, and he asks, what camera do you use? So if you mean for our vlogging camera, we use a Canon S110. Yes, that's correct. It's not the S120, it's the S110. And I heard the S120 has a lot of issues with the battery dying real quick, so obviously it doesn't work very well for vlogging. But with the S110, we have no issues vlogging the entire day. So,
works well.
Yep, works very well for us. And it is 1080, but the only thing is that it is a lot heavier than like the ELPH camera, which is what a lot of vloggers use. It's a lot heavier than that. So be ready to work your arm muscles.
And that's why you see us say, oh, our arms hurt.
Yeah, because it is heavy. And then for this type of stuff, we have a Canon T3i. So that is what I currently use. I have the silent autofocus lens on it, which is the 18-55mm lens. And I don't use the internal mic, I use an external Rode Video Pro mic. And that is just an external mic that just plugs into the camera, and I use that instead. Next question comes from Michelle Kushan. Sorry if I say your name wrong. And she just wants to know when her birthday is.
When's yours?
Mine's January 11th.
And when's mine?
Yours is November 6th.
Yes.
I am so bad with birthdays, I have to really think. There's someone walking across the window, and if they look in, oh, it's Ryan. Probably thinks we're weirdos.
Probably.
So this next one, this person has a lot of questions. And this is Christine D. I can't promise I'll put all your questions in, but I will try if the video is not too long. So your first question is, what is your favorite type of food?
Chipotle.
So Mexican food? It's not a type of food, that's a restaurant. I don't think Mexican's your favorite.
No, I don't know. I'd probably have to say Italian.
I would too.
Because I guess you could encapsulate pizza and Alfredo and noodles and all that stuff, so yeah, Italian.
And I just feel Italian's like the safest bet, where if you go to an Italian restaurant, you know you're gonna find something you like. And I love Olive Garden. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Italian.
Yeah, probably Italian, which is probably a normal thing, like, but I don't know, I really like it. So, yeah. You Italians make good food. She also wants to know what our favorite movies of all time are.
I can't specify a specific movie. There's too many good ones. Star Wars movies, Bourne, Identity Supremacy, Ultimatum movies, Shooter, it's a good one, and the new Batman movies. Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises. I
don't have favorite movies. If I like a movie, I like it, but there isn't. The only movies, and don't laugh at me, that I insisted on having to own was Twilight. But they're not my favorite movies. And it was more of a, I read all the books and I really like them, so I really like the movies. I feel you have a better appreciation if you read the books and you liked them. So those are the only ones I went out of my way to get all of them, but they're not my favorite movies at all. I'm actually not like a chick flick person at all. I'm more of an action type movie person. So, I don't know, I'm trying to look. I like Taken. Taken's probably in my top. It would probably have to be in my top. It's right down there.
I know.
Ooh. So yeah, that's probably in my top movies. I really like Liam Neeson movies. On to the next person. Lance Fisher wants to know, do we watch any sports?
No.
No. We don't watch sports. We're not interested in sports. We'll play sports, and we have fun playing sports, but we do not like them.
I find it kind of boring to sit and watch sports.
Yeah.
Quite honestly.
Sorry.
Sarah Clooney, or Clooney,
I think,
asked, are you going to have a theme for the baby room?
Well, our baby is going to be, he just asked me, he doesn't know. Our baby's going to be in our room for the first 5 months because we have a 1-bedroom apartment and we'll be here for 5 months before we move into a house. So probably not, because they're just going to be in a co-sleeper like that attaches to the bed. whatever. It's next to the bed. They'll be there. But when we have a nursery, I really like arrows, and I kind of want to do an arrow themed one, and it will end up probably being gender neutral. If it's a girl, it will not be a pink, and it will not be purple.
Like a bow and arrows?
Yeah. You have to see.
I didn't know there was a theme bow and arrows.
It doesn't have bows, it's just arrows.
Oh.
But it looks really cool.
Interesting.
And that's gray and white, and I'd probably throw in some kind of accent color, like teal or orange. I really like orange. Next question comes from Tess Ferris. How many kids would you guys like to have?
We've mentioned that before in another video a while ago.
Yeah.
But we want to have 4 and adopt 2 is what we've been talking about more recently.
Yeah. It started out with 2 of our own, then 2 adopted, and then it was 4 of our own, 2 adopted, and now I think it's like as many as God wills on our own, and then we'll adopt. But we plan to adopt as of now after we have biological kids.
Correct.
Yes. And she wants to know what kind of dog Remy is. And we're not 100% sure, but we think that she is a pointer lab mix. Shale Thompson wants to know what's going to happen once Levi is, okay, that's not the question. What's going to happen to Levi once you get a new dog? And Remy is being trained to be my new service dog, if you guys don't know. And Levi is retiring, so therefore he's not gonna go to anyone else. He will just retire to be a normal dog. He'll start that transition in a few months because it will take a while for him to get used to being away from me, because service dogs develop separation anxiety because they're with you all the time. So it's a slow transition, and he will just be an at-home dog. He will still stay with us. We're not going to be giving him away to anyone.
No.
So yeah, Ryan wouldn't let me. So yeah, Levi will just become a normal at-home dog, and he always technically has the service dog, what is it called? Certification, I guess you could say. But he will be just retiring, and he will just be at home, and that's it. Anna Ruth wants to know how the dogs reacted when they met Ryan, especially Levi. Well, the reason I'm answering this is because I thought it was a funny question. Because I don't remember one. I don't remember when, when he met Daisy, he thought she was annoying.
Yeah.
Daisy loves everyone, so she probably thought Ryan was awesome, but Ryan thought Daisy was annoying. Levi met Ryan at school, so he didn't care, pretty much, because he sees people all the time. He doesn't go up and meet people, so he sees people all the time, so a person is a person. Obviously, you guys know Levi loves Ryan now, but as for when he first met him, it was just another person to him because Ryan went to school with me and he was a classmate, so it wasn't that different. And I mean, in our first date day, still it wasn't that different because I hung out with people all the time and Levi went with, so it was just a person, you know. But now he loves him. Levi loves Ryan.
But it did get to the point that if he didn't see me for a few days, he'd be real excited.
Yes.
Which, obviously, he's like that now too, but...
Yeah. If he doesn't see you for a few hours or a few minutes. Okay.
Crazy dog.
Next question is from the Prayer Warrior John, and he wants to know, how many years are you planning to vlog? Forever. Forever, as long as you guys will watch us.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Or as long as we can continue vlogging.
Yeah. If YouTube goes down, obviously I can't.
Or if the zombie apocalypse happens.
I can't.
Can't
Actually,
do
that
that.
might make some good vlogging material.
But the internet probably wouldn't be alive, so you couldn't.
Probably.
But
So-
that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah. Sarah Clooney also wants to know, what is your favorite scent? Cranberry. I love cranberry scents. Like cranberry candles.
I don't know.
Obviously, I don't know where they come with cranberry scent because when I smell like cranberry juice or cranberries, it doesn't smell like anything. but cranberry candles smell so good.
I honestly don't know. I have no clue. I mean, there's a lot of good smelling things,
I like his cologne.
but I don't know what's my favorite. Although, I think it's like berry pomegranate soap, or wait, midnight.
Lotion?
It's the
Midnight
midnight
pomegranate
pomegranate
lotion.
from, I believe it's
Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Body Works. That
Yes.
stuff smells so
He
good.
really likes that stuff. The last question is from Muffin to U63. I don't know, what is that? Is that like a Muffin to U? No?
Muffin to U63. Or Muffin to U63.
Well, that's your name. And leave us an explanation as to what that means below. And he or she asks, how long have you had Daisy and are Jack Russells easy to housebreak? I think she looks like she has such a good personality and she and Levi seem to get along so well. Now, the reason I'm addressing this question is because we have a lot of people that when they see either Mac or Daisy, they think about getting a Jack Russell and they think, oh, this will be awesome. They're such cool dogs. But a Jack Russell is really not for you if you are a first-time dog owner or don't really know much about dog training at all. They're very high maintenance dogs. A lot of Jack Russells tend to have anger management issues, and it's kind of a toss-up what personality Jack Russell you'll get. You'll always get a hyper Jack Russell. That's pretty much set. But as for anger management issues, it's kind of a toss-up whether you might get a really, really great dog or a really difficult dog. Mac is very aggressive with other dogs, and unfortunately it's an aggression issue that you can't train out. And if you are not skilled with dogs, then it's definitely a dog you should not take on because you would have no idea how to train or fix that or keep it from happening at least. So Daisy's pretty good with dogs. She has her times when she has anger management issues, but she has excited peeing problems, which is fairly common for small dogs. And that is also something you can't train out. There are just certain quirks in a personality that a Jack Russell is not good for someone that doesn't know a lot about dogs. So although they look great, and Daisy looks cute, like she just lays on the couch right there, if someone walks into the house, she's no longer like that. She's jumping all over the place, she's going crazy. Barking. They bark at little things, and it takes a lot of training to get them to be really well behaved, or as well behaved as you can get them to be, because they're just so high maintenance and so hyper. So it's definitely, if you know about dogs and maybe it's just a new dog breed, maybe they're not as frequently seen where you are, and you are comfortable training dogs and you've trained dogs in your life and you've dealt with aggressive dogs, then it might be a good dog choice for you. But they're not ideal when you have little kids. They're not ideal if you are around a lot of dogs. They're more one dog home people, or they just take a long time to get used to. Mac freaked out when he met Levi for like a good half hour. He was just baring his teeth and growling, and it's a long process to get them used to a dog. Obviously now they don't care, they're fine, but it's a long process. If you don't do it right, you could end up having a big issue. So Jack Russells are great. I think that they were fairly easy to housebreak. Obviously Daisy has the issue of excited peeing, and that's something you can't do. It's just a lot of sit-stay work, which we need to do more of with her. But they're pretty easy and they're extremely intelligent. So it's fairly simple to teach them new tricks and get things done. I think that's all your questions. I hope I answered them and deterred you from getting a Jack Russell if you might not do well with one. They're a lot of high maintenance. They're real cute, but they're little maniacs. We call them Jack Russell terrorists for a reason. So I hope we answered all of your guys' questions. Of course, if you guys have more, leave them below for us and we will answer them in the next Q&A. We hope you guys are having a good weekend, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.